It's breakfast time, Rose.
Breakfast time, y'all. We're still birthdaying this morning. If y'all saw my video, well, I posted it last night, so you probably haven't seen it. We had a little birthday supper for Kale. It was his ninth birthday. So he and Chandler and Promise spent the night with us. So we're still birthdaying this morning. It's Saturday morning, and it's cold outside. They're going to be going outside in a little bit. But Kale wanted cheese grits and eggs and sausage for breakfast. So it's just a simple breakfast, but that's what he wanted. So I've never shown y'all how I cook grits. I guess everybody knows how to cook grits. But anyway, I'll show you how I do mine. There's Chandler.
Hey, Chandler.
So I'm just going to cut my sausage, and there's Kale. He's got on his hat because he's going outside in a little bit. So I'm just going to cut my sausage like this, and I'm going to do them in the air fryer. I'm just cutting them in lengths like this, and this is beef sausage, probably Eckerd's or Smithfield. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what name brand it is, but I'm just going to put my sausage in the air fryer. Sometimes I just cut them in bite-sized pieces, but sometimes I leave them in lengths like this. And sometimes I cut them in half like this. And I think I'm going to do a few like this morning because I like them thinner. So I'm just going to cut a couple of them like this. Just cut them in half. I think I'll do 3. And then I'll leave the others whole for somebody that wants whole ones. So I'm going to put those in the air fryer, but I'm not going to turn it on just quite yet because my grits take longer to cook. So you want to come right here, baby?
Mm-hmm.
I've got 4 cups of grits in this boiler, and I'm going to turn them on medium high. And I'm putting, this is pink Himalayan salt. I'm putting 1.5 teaspoons of salt in there. Because I think, I haven't used it that much, but I think it takes a little bit more of that than it does your iodized, your regular table salt, I think. I'm not sure. And to that, this is 1/4 of a cup right here. I use 1/4 of a cup of grits for every cup of water. So I'm going to put 4 of these, and I go ahead and put my grits in my cold water. That's just the way I do it. That's the way I've always done it.
I don't think the grits care.
No, but I have found sometimes, and I'm not sure what the directions call for. I haven't read directions on how to cook grits on the bag in years. But because I have my way of doing it. And this is about 1/2 stick of butter. No, probably maybe 2 good heaping tablespoons of butter. When I'm going to put cheese in my grits, I don't put as much butter. Now for this many, for 4 cups of grits, I would put over 1/2 stick. But that's probably good for 2 good tablespoons of butter that I put in there, maybe 3. But so the reason I don't put my grits in hot water is I have found when I put them in, they clump together worse. So if I put them in cold water, my throat's wanting to close. If I put them in cold water and just bring them up to temp with the water and just keep them stirred kind of, they don't have little clumps in them. So you do it the way you've always done it and what works best for you, but I'm just telling you what works best for me. So, and if there are sometimes, and I don't know why, but sometimes they'll get a little thick, and when they do that, then I put a little milk in them. And milk just makes them creamier. So, we'll see how these are going to turn out this morning. And we're going to have eggs, and I'm going to fix some fried eggs right here. So I'm just going to let my grits come up to a boil, and then I cook them like 20 minutes or so. Some people cook theirs like a long, long time. Well, I don't, because I use quick cooking grits. it says 5 minutes, but I usually try to cook mine 15 or 20 minutes, and that makes them creamier. So I'm gonna let this come up to temp, and I'm just gonna kind of stir it to make sure when it's coming up to a boil that it doesn't get the lumps in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook the sausage. I'm gonna turn my air fryer on. Can you see it, baby? I'm gonna turn my air fryer on, and I'm gonna put it on 350, and I'm gonna cook them for 4 minutes. Then after that 4 minutes, I'll kind of flip them over, and I'll cook them probably 2 or 3 more minutes, because they're smoked sausage, so they're smoked beef sausage, so they're already done. I'm just kind of heating them through and through and through. So as soon as my grits start cooking and I start to turn my sausage, I'll come back and I'll show you how these grits and sausage are going to look.
Grandma, you're gonna put some cheese on those grits, aren't you?
I am. This is mild cheddar right here, and then I've got some sharp cheddar that I grated the other day. And as y'all know, I like to grate my own cheese. It melts better, and so may not put all of this, but I always grate enough just in case. And when you're using sharp or extra sharp cheddar, y'all have heard me say before, you don't have to use as much as you do if you're using medium or mild. Even medium, you don't use as much. And this is some that I grated the other day. Well, it really is a mixture. It's, I put some that I had grated in with some that was shredded. I keep this in case of emergency, but I really like to grate my own. So, this is my smoked sausage. Look how good the air fryer cooks them. Man, they look so, well, I don't know where my tongs are. I'll just do them like this. They look so good.
Oh my.
Y'all look at that. If y'all don't use your air fryer, you're really missing, because that is delicious looking sausage right there. And Granddaddy, if you'll, I've got my grits have been cooking for 12 minutes. And as you can see, they're a little thick. You're going to have to get over in they're a little thick. So what I'm going to do, I've got a half a cup of milk here. And I'm going to add that half a cup of milk to them. And now this is just a little tip that I've learned along the way through cooking. If your grits get little lumps in them, just take a whisk and whisk them out. Because it does happen sometimes. I don't care how careful you are with grits, it does happen. So just take a whisk and just whisk it real good, and usually it'll whisk those little knots right out. So, but you can see after 13 minutes of cooking, they're already real creamy. Now, if you like your grits creamier, you can put the milk in to begin with in the place of some of your water, and that'll make them a little creamier. Or you can cook them longer. But some people like soupy grits, some people like grits like we do, and just don't put quite as much water in it if you like them soupier. So I'm going to let these cook about 7 more minutes, and I'm going to keep them stirred, and they're not sticking to the bottom, because I do keep my grits stirred when I'm cooking. The kids want scrambled eggs this morning, so I'm going to be scrambling some eggs, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes. Well, okay. All right, my grits are still a little bit thicker than what I want them. So I just added like probably 2 or 3 more tablespoons. I like them a certain consistency, and I just keep working with them till I get them that way. And I tasted of the water when it was coming to a boil, when it was getting hot, and it does have enough salt in it. So now there's like, and I put a timer on it so I can tell you how long. I don't time my grits, but I did for y'all this morning. So this is when I add my cheese, and that was about a cup of cheese, and this is 4 cups of grits. So about if you don't like that much cheese, you don't add that much, but we just happen to really like it. So I'm just going to let it sit here. It's just on low, which is warm on my stove. So I'm going to let it sit here until I get my eggs cooked. And in here I've got, I think I cooked 6 or 7 eggs. I cracked 6 or 7. I'm going to add a little bit of half and half. And salt, and I don't measure my salt and pepper when I'm doing eggs. So I'll just whip those up. And in here I've got butter and lard, pure virgin lard, no processed or anything. So, and that makes a really good egg. Okay. And different people cook their eggs different ways. I just get my pan like, I put it on medium. Some people start them on real low. I just cook mine on medium, and I just keep pushing them like this from the side in, because we like our eggs well done. Now, if you don't like yours well done, you cook them to the way you like them, but we just happen to like ours well done. Well, now I say we do. Chandler, if you're going to fry him an egg, he likes his over easy. So, but he wanted scrambled eggs this morning because that's what everybody else wanted. And that was Kale coming in. He sounded like I was making sure nobody was hurt because they've been outside this morning. But, excuse me, I don't know why my throat's doing like it's doing. But I'm going to turn these up just a little bit. But everything's done. My sausage is done, my grits. And while these are cooking, I'm going to put some grits on my plate. Look at that cheese. Can y'all see that cheese? I love it. Oh. Okay.
And the stronger the cheese, the less cheese you have to use to season your grits.
Yep. Okay. I'll keep cooking my eggs. They playing hide and seek this morning, in and outside the house. They're going to be here till about 11 o'clock. Kale's going ice skating this morning. That's part of his birthday present from his mom. So, okay. Now, some of you would love them like this. You see that? That's kind of like not quite completely done, but we don't. So I'm going to cook them just a little bit more. But what I'm going to do is turn my burner off and just let them sit here and kind of stir them a little bit.
And they'll finish drying out,
baby.
won't they?
As long as the white is done, the yellow is always done. So that's what I always make sure. And I look through there, make sure all my white is done. What, baby? No. That's promises. No. And she's got some things in it. So that's the reason I say no, baby. Okay. All right. Let me clean. Oh, that's hot. All right.
Ooh.
You gonna take? Oh, okay.
That is called Southernese.
All right.
Southernese
Kale
grits and
is
eggs
going
and
to test it for
sausage.
us. Now, Kale, you can taste the sausage, you can taste the eggs, but the grits are really hot, so be careful. Okay? Be really careful. Kale's going to taste them and tell us how they taste. Good? Okay. Try the grits.
You better
Now
blow the grits.
they're real hot, baby.
You better
real,
blow the grits.
ooh,
Don't
ooh,
cram a bunch of grits in
real
your mouth.
hot. Yeah, you'll burn your mouth.
Warning, touch it to your lips or your tongue. That's right.
Woo! It's not hot. You got grit. Okay.
Not as hot as the eggs.
Oh. All right, now taste of the sausage. Either one you want. They shouldn't be hot. Good? Is that a good birthday breakfast? Okay. Look at the camera. I wanted them to see that pretty face.
Grandmama, that ain't a pretty face.
Yes, it is. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. We're about to eat breakfast. I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying fixing to. We're about to eat breakfast, but I think Kale's eating it standing right here. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hit that little subscribe button and the notification bell. This is just simple and easy. Y'all probably already know how to do it, but I just wanted to show you my way. And sometimes simple and easy is good. It's a good watch. So remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. So, and this is a good stick to your ribs breakfast that they're going to need while they're out playing in the cold this morning. So we love y'all. See you next time.